The voice echoed through the private gym. Muhammad Ali stood at the center of the room, 6'3", 210 pounds of muscle, the most famous athlete on the planet. Bruce Lee turned slowly, 5'7", 135 pounds. 9 people in that room. A Tuesday afternoon in Los Angeles, 1973. No cameras, no press, just whispers that would become legend. Ali's eyes scanned Bruce from head to toe. Then he smiled, that famous smile. "I could blow on you and you'd fall over." The room went cold. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. Bruce Lee had been invited to Ali's training camp by a mutual friend, a Hollywood stuntman named Gene LeBell. Ali was preparing for his comeback fight against Joe Frazier. Bruce was choreographing fight scenes for Enter the Dragon. 2 worlds colliding. Bruce arrived quietly, dressed in black, his movements fluid even when standing still. He watched Ali work the heavy bag. Each punch shook the entire frame. The sound was thunder. Ali noticed him immediately. "Who's the Chinese guy?"
Gene stepped forward. "That's Bruce Lee, the martial artist I told you about." Ali's eyebrows raised. "The actor?" "The fighter," Gene corrected. Ali walked over, towering. His presence filled the space. He extended his hand. Bruce shook it. The size difference was absurd. Ali's hand swallowed Bruce's completely. "You're the karate guy," Ali said. "Kung Fu," Bruce corrected, his voice calm, measured. "Same thing, right?" Ali grinned at his entourage. A few chuckled. Bruce didn't react. His eyes stayed level, unblinking. Ali circled him slowly, examining, like a lion studying a bird. "You fight for real or just for the cameras?" "Both," Bruce said. "How much you weigh?" 135. Ali laughed, not cruel, but loud, genuine disbelief. "Man, I cut more weight than that before a fight. What you gonna do if a real heavyweight comes at you?" The room shifted. Everyone felt it. This wasn't banter anymore. Bruce stood perfectly still. "You want to find out?" The temperature dropped 10 degrees. Ali's trainer, Angelo Dundee, stepped forward. "Champ, you got training." No, Ali waved him off. His smile widened, but his eyes changed, competitive. "Little man wants to dance. Let's dance." Gene looked at Bruce, a warning in his eyes. Bruce gave the smallest nod. "It's fine." The gym cleared space. Someone rolled out the mats. Ali started bouncing on his toes, that signature shuffle, light as air despite his size. His hands came up, orthodox stance, relaxed but ready. Bruce didn't move into a stance. He just stood there, hands at his sides. "You ain't even gonna put your hands up?" Ali asked. "I don't need to yet." Ali's expression flickered. Confusion, annoyance, intrigue. "You confident, I'll give you that." He jabbed the air between them. "But confidence don't stop a left hook." "Neither does size," Bruce said quietly. The room went silent. Ali stopped bouncing. "Say that again?" Bruce took one step forward, just one, but the energy shifted completely. "Your size means nothing if you can't touch me. Your strength means nothing if I'm faster. Your reach means nothing if I'm already inside it." Ali's jaw clenched. The smile vanished. "You got a big mouth for a little guy." "I have facts. You have assumptions." Someone in the corner whispered, "Oh shit." What happened next, only 9 people witnessed, and for decades they argued about what they actually saw. Ali threw the first punch, a jab, not full power, testing, measuring distance. Bruce moved, not stepped, not dodged, moved, like water shifting around stone. The jab passed through empty air. Bruce was already 6 inches to the left. His position changed without seeming to take a step. Ali blinked, threw another jab, faster this time. Bruce wasn't there. Ali's frown deepened. He shuffled forward, threw a combination, jab, jab, right cross. Each punch would have knocked out a normal man.
Bruce seemed to flicker, like a candle flame. The punches carved through space but touched nothing. "Stand still," Ali muttered. "Make me." Ali exploded forward, a full assault, left hook, right uppercut, body shot. His speed was frightening for a man his size. The air itself made sounds. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Bruce slipped everything, moving in angles Ali didn't expect, tilting, pivoting, each motion minimal, no wasted movement, no panic, just geometry. Angelo's eyes went wide. Jesus Christ. Jean LaBelle whispered to the man next to him, "I told you."
Again, Ali said. His voice had changed, the playfulness gone. This was the voice he used in the ring, before he hurt someone. Bruce nodded. This time, Ali came with everything. Full speed, full power. The kind of combinations that had destroyed Sonny Liston, that had battered Floyd Patterson into retirement. The heavy bag in the corner still swung from his earlier workout. Each punch he'd thrown at it would have hospitalized a civilian. Now those punches came at Bruce. Bruce moved like he was reading Ali's mind. Before the punch committed, Bruce was gone. Not running, repositioning. Every movement placed him in Ali's blind spot, behind the jab, under the hook, inside the cross. Ali switched stances, southpaw, trying to confuse him. Bruce adjusted instantly, his footwork perfect, always balanced, always centered. Ali feinted, a brilliant feint, the kind that had fooled world champions. Bruce didn't bite. His eyes never left Ali's center mass, not the hands, not the feet, the core, where all movement originated. 30 seconds passed. Ali landed nothing. Bruce hadn't even counterattacked, just moved, just existed in the spaces where Ali wasn't. Ali stopped, chest heaving now, sweat forming on his forehead. "What the hell are you?" Bruce's expression didn't change. "Someone who studied 10,000 kicks while you studied 10,000 punches. But I also studied timing, distance, perception, energy. That philosophical bullshit don't mean nothing in a real fight. Then why haven't you hit me?" The question hung in the air like smoke. Ali stared at him, really looked at him, past the size, past the assumptions. "You're fast," Ali admitted, "faster than anyone I've seen." "Speed is nothing without purpose." "Then show me purpose." Bruce hesitated, just for a second, then he nodded. Once. Only once.
The room seemed to shrink. Ali set his stance, guard up, weight distributed, every muscle ready. This was the same stance that had defended against the hardest hitters in boxing history. Bruce didn't set a stance. He just stood there, loose, breathing slowly. "Come on," Ali said. "I'm ready." "No," Bruce said quietly. "You think you are." Then he moved. Not fast, not slow, something else, inevitable. His lead foot slid forward, just inches. His body didn't telegraph, no wind-up, no chambering. His fist simply appeared, moving in a straight line, the shortest distance, the most efficient path. Ali saw it. His reflexes kicked in. He started to move, started to slip, started to block. Too late. Bruce's fist stopped 1 millimeter from Ali's eye, not touching, but close enough that Ali could feel the displacement of air, close enough to know, if Bruce had wanted to connect, Ali's reflexes wouldn't have mattered. The room disappeared. Time collapsed. In that frozen moment, Ali understood. Size didn't matter. Strength didn't matter. Reputation didn't matter. Only skill, only precision, only the weapon you'd forged yourself into. Bruce held the position for 3 seconds, then withdrew. Ali didn't move. His guard was still up, but his hands were trembling, not from fear, from recognition. "Jesus," someone whispered. Angelo crossed himself. He'd been in boxing for 30 years, worked with champions, seen things that defied physics. This was different. Ali lowered his hands slowly. His expression was complex. Not anger, not humiliation, Something else. Respect. How fast was that? He asked. Jean LaBelle had been timing it. His voice came out rough. From neutral to full extension, 0.2 seconds, maybe less. Ali shook his head. That ain't possible. You felt it, Bruce said. I felt something. Ali touched his face where the fist had been. Felt like a ghost. Not a ghost, just physics, biomechanics, eliminating everything unnecessary. Ali studied him with new eyes. All that size I got, all that reach, all that power don't mean shit if I can't catch you. It means something, Bruce said, against someone else, but not against someone who knows how to dismantle it. You could have taken my eye. Yes. Why didn't you? Bruce's expression softened slightly. Because you're a fighter, not an enemy, and I respect what you've built. Ali was quiet for a long moment. Then he did something no one expected. He bowed, just slightly, just enough. You're the real deal, Ali said. I thought you were just a movie star, but you're the real deal. And you're exactly what they say you are, Bruce replied. The greatest boxer alive. Boxer, Ali repeated. Not fighter? There's a difference. Ali smiled, but it wasn't the same smile from before. This one held understanding. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. Angelo Dundee broke the silence. Champ, you got press in 20 minutes. Ali didn't move. His eyes stayed locked on Bruce. Cancel it. What? I said cancel it. I'm staying here. Angelo opened his mouth, then closed it. In 15 years, he'd never heard Ali cancel press, not once. Ali gestured to the corner. Everybody out, except Jean and Angelo. The other 6 people exchanged glances, confused, curious, but they filed out without question. The door closed behind them. Now there were 4. Ali rolled his shoulders, loosening, processing. He walked to the heavy bag and leaned against it. Sit, he told Bruce. Not a command, an invitation. Bruce sat cross-legged on the mat, perfectly balanced, still centered. Ali slid down to the floor, his back against the bag. For a moment, the greatest boxer in the world just looked tired. How long you been training? Ali asked. Since I was 7, every day. Every day? Every single day. Ali whistled low. I thought I was obsessed. It's not obsession, Bruce said. It's necessity. When you're my size, you don't have the luxury of natural advantages. Everything has to be earned, refined, perfected. That punch you threw, the one that stopped at my eye, you practiced that? 10,000 times, at least. 10,000? Minimum. Against a candle flame. If I moved the flame, I started over. Ali's eyes widened. That's crazy. That's discipline. Angelo spoke up from the corner. Champ, what he did, I've never seen nothing like that. Not in any gym, not in any ring. Ali nodded slowly. Me neither. He looked at Bruce. You could fight for real. I mean really fight, not movies, not demonstrations. The real thing. I do fight for real, just not in a ring. What's the difference? Bruce leaned forward. In a ring, there are rules, weight classes, rounds, referees. Those rules exist to make fights fair, to protect fighters. I respect that. But on the street, in a real confrontation, there are no rules, no weight classes, no one to stop it. So you train for chaos, Ali said. I train for reality. Jean LaBelle had been quiet. Now he spoke. Bruce, show him the thing, the 1-inch punch. Ali perked up. 1-inch what? Bruce stood, walked to the heavy bag. Ali got up and moved aside. Stand behind it, told him. Hold it steady. Ali positioned himself, wrapped his arms around the 300-pound bag, his full strength bracing it. Bruce stood facing the bag. He placed his fist 1 inch from the surface, not touching, just hovering. That's it? Ali asked. You're gonna hit it from there? Yes. Man, you can't generate power from 1 inch. Physics don't work that way. Bruce smiled faintly.
Traditional physics don't. Then he struck. The sound was sharp, crisp, like a whip crack. The bag exploded backward, all 300 pounds. Ali stumbled back 3 steps, nearly fell. His eyes went huge. What the? The bag swung wildly on its chain. Angelo grabbed it, steadied it. How much power was that? Ali demanded. Jean had been measuring. By the displacement, about 400 pounds of force from 1 inch of distance. That ain't possible.
You just felt it, Bruce said calmly. Ali walked around Bruce, studying him like a puzzle. Where's it come from? Your arm ain't even that big. It doesn't come from the arm. It comes from the ground, through the legs, the hips, the core, the shoulder. The arm is just the delivery system. The power originates from the earth itself. You telling me you punch with your whole body? Everything is connected. When you understand that, size becomes irrelevant. A 200-pound man who only uses his arm generates less force than a 130-pound man who uses his entire structure. Ali sat back down, heavily. They don't teach this in boxing. Boxing has its own genius, Bruce said. Your footwork, your rhythm, your ability to read opponents, that's mastery. But it's mastery within constraints. And you got no constraints. I have different constraints. Time, efficiency, survival. In a street fight, the first strike might be the only strike, so it has to count. It has to end the threat immediately. Angelo shook his head. You talking about killing. I'm talking about capability, Bruce corrected. Knowing how to kill means I can choose not to, but the option exists. That's the difference between a martial artist and a fighter. A fighter wants to win. A martial artist wants to understand. Ali was quiet for a long time. Then, you ever been in a real fight? Street fight? Yes. How many? Enough to know I never won another one. But you won. I survived. That's different. Ali considered this. In the ring, winning is everything. That's what they pay me for, to win. And you do it beautifully, Bruce said. But winning in a ring doesn't prepare you for someone with a knife or a gun or 3 friends. The rules that protect you also limit you. So what you're saying is I couldn't survive outside the ring. Bruce shook his head. No, I'm saying you'd have to adapt. You have the athleticism, the courage, the intelligence. You'd learn. But right now, today, you're optimized for one environment. I'm optimized for any environment. That why you do all those weird exercises, the finger push-ups, the 2-finger handstands? Specificity. Every part of my body is a weapon. If my hands are trapped, I use my elbows. If my arms are trapped, I use my knees. If my legs are trapped, I use my head. There's always a tool available. Ali laughed, but it was thoughtful. You know what's funny? I talk all that trash, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm the Louisville Lip, the people's champion. But you don't talk, you just are. Words are powerful, Bruce said. You use them to build mythology, to inspire, to dominate psychologically before the fight even starts. That's brilliant. But I come from a different tradition. We believe in showing, not telling. Until you need to tell someone on camera. Bruce smiled. Movies are mythology too, just a different kind. Angelo checked his watch. Champ, we really gotta go. Press is waiting. Frazier's camp is talking trash. You miss this, it becomes a story. Ali waved him off again, but this time he stood. One more thing, Ali said to Bruce. If we fought, really fought, no rules, no holds barred, who wins? The question hung in the air. Jean and Angelo both tensed. Bruce stood slowly. He looked at Ali. Not challenging, just honest. Define winning. Whoever's still standing. In a boxing ring with boxing rules, you win every time. Your stamina, your size, your experience in that environment. I'd last maybe 3 rounds before you figured me out. Ali nodded, satisfied. But, Bruce continued, in a straight fight, no rules, fight to finish, I win, because I'll attack your throat, your eyes, your knees, things you're not trained to defend because they're illegal in your sport. In a ring? No. On the street? Probably. But we never found out, and that's probably better. Why? Because some things should stay mysteries. Keeps them perfect. The 9 witnesses never spoke about it publicly. They made no pact, signed no agreement, but they understood. Some moments are too pure to commodify, too sacred to sell. In a world of cameras and recording and instant everything, they kept one secret, one afternoon, one exchange, one understanding between masters. Gene LeBell lived until 2022, 90 years old. In his final interviews, reporters would ask about Bruce Lee. Did you ever see him fight for real? Gene would get a distant look, a small smile. Once, against someone really good, someone world-class. Who? Can't say, promised I wouldn't. What happened? Something nobody would believe anyway. The footage doesn't exist. The witnesses are almost all gone now. Only the story remains. And maybe that's the point. Bruce Lee's philosophy wasn't about proving superiority, it was about understanding reality, about being water, about adapting. That day in the gym, he didn't prove he was better than Muhammad Ali, he proved something more important, that size doesn't determine outcome, that assumptions are dangerous, that mastery takes 10,000 repetitions of things nobody sees, that the real fight isn't against opponents. The final lesson. Ali died in 2016. Parkinson's, the disease that takes fighters slowly. But before the end, a reporter asked him about regrets. I should have learned from him, Ali said quietly. The little Chinese guy, the movie star. He tried to teach me something and I almost missed it. What was the lesson? That being the biggest don't make you the best. Being the loudest don't make you the wisest, and being famous don't make you complete. Did you ever thank him? Didn't get the chance. He died too soon, too young. What would you say now? Ali's hand shook, but his eyes were clear. That he was right about everything, and I wish the world could have seen what I saw, but I'm glad they didn't, because it was ours. Just ours.